Hello, ow, I can't even wave. Hello, good morning, or whatever, good evening. I'm literally walking around like this. It's the only comfy spot. I don't know if you can see that. Let's put the camera a little bit down. I'm literally having to walk around like, hold on, that's it, that's the angle, like this. Luckily it's not that way, or I would look like a zombie. And now I really would love to be taking Suki out down Shipton. We really... See, they want to go down Shipton. I will, I'll take you down, don't worry, we'll go. I was doing a ceremony yesterday on North Bridge, and I went down to town and drank in a couple of pubs, old pubs, and I had my pyjama bottoms on. Because most people who, these are the clean ones, these are the coloured trouser bottoms I had on. So I was black with these. Rupert trousers, for fuck's sake. Anyway, so yeah, let's see. You see the difference there now, it's getting better. I'm going to go down, put some snow on it later, but the arthritic and the snow doesn't help. So yes, I was wearing my pyjama bottoms. And that's really because I was doing a ceremony and I was joining, and I asked those that had topped themselves off North Bridge to come for a drink with me. Something I've done in the past. Not with the people off North Bridge, but I've invited people, select people. I might sometimes ask analysts to come with me and just follow and tag. I might ask, go down and see Lily Fogg. You know where she hides now? Well, she doesn't hide. There's a little slot machine place in Halifax. And I was walking home, that's when this happened. And I had put my hands on the door, on the turret when I got the stones, which I put up somewhere here. The stones that came into my hands while I was putting my hands on the turret. So that was halfway through the ceremony. And the way I would have walked home is I would have crossed up, I went to the middle, and then I went and I shouted like, ah! Oh. And that's I think when I'm going to ask for an information request on this. This is bugging me now because I'm starting to get the pieces together. And what I was doing and they sectioned me on a 368 or whatever it's called. Didn't even have a chance to explain anything to them. At one point my trousers were down and I think I was shouting because I was calling them perverts because my trousers were around my ankles with the tape around them. With a lot of people probably, there was a crowd of people as well, so my bits were being shown as well, so they've got all that on camera, the lovely ladies, I'm sure they're having fun watching that. And then that was the only way I could walk home. What were they going to do, not let me walk home? If they thought I was going to commit suicide, they could at least have asked me. Yes, Suki, I know. So I wasn't going to commit suicide, and especially and the reason I was shouting in when I didn't even know where I was because at one point there was probably 8 or 9, maybe 10 police around, and I think it was in casualty area. And I didn't, if I'd known it was obviously I have respect, but not for the police anymore. I'm sorry. Anyway, I kept asking for water because I'm thinking, oh right, oh excuse me, you know, you're gonna love this, and I wish you would be able to come. I'm like, we'll go down later. It's just I need to. I'm more worried about this one being taken to Barnes. I had to say yes to everything that would get me out of that place. I'm going back onto a mental health programme because I couldn't leave that place. They didn't give me any options properly. I think the options were, I don't know, because it's all a vague memory, but it's coming back, and that's the scary thing. It's coming back. Because I was half in a trance, because that's what happens when I'm doing in the middle of a ceremony. Do you know, I feel like letting it stay like winter. The spring solstice is coming up, and you know, I'm mad. Which I have to let go, I understand, but my memories are in my arms, in my legs, in the bruises, in the crying. I could not stop crying. They wouldn't let me pee. Do you know, this is so... An ambulance was taking me under protest to Barnsley. I asked to go if I could have to go to the toilet or have a bottle, please. I'm gonna have to shut this. And they wouldn't give me one. They said no. So I shouted out to the driver, please, can you put your blues and twos on and go faster? So I held it for 5 minutes, and I asked, because he'd already said, oh, we'll be there in 5 minutes. So I asked again. It's 5 minutes, and it was really, really hurting. They'd put me under restraint at this point, which he hadn't realised, because I said I was cold. I'd put a sheet over me, but I just literally stepped out of it all. I don't even know what happened. I just got out. And then I asked, I need something. I need someone to give me something. Now, they wanted me to pee myself. I swear, that police officer wanted me to pee myself. And they asked him, who's behind me? And he said, nobody. And then I looked, when I got out of my restraints, which shocked them, they said, how did you... I says, well, you told me there was no one behind me. They fucking make me go, man. I'm not surprised. Anyway, sorry for ranting. Let it go, man. Let it go. Yes, so I think I'd like to do a piece on this. An information request is needed if anyone knows how to do it. Although now I'm being forced to go see the mental health doctors again, and they want me on medication. That is what they said. They want me on medication. Suppose moving it helps because it's getting the blood going, and I've been down obviously, and this should be a beautiful time with me and my dog. It hurts to pray. Thanks to our lovely constabulary.